Will the member for Balmain? Order. House will come to order. House will come to order so that I can hear the question. For the third time, the House will come to order. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. My question without notice is to the Minister for Family and Community Services. Minister, what steps will the government take to address the urgent $300 million backlog in public housing maintenance?
Thank you. For the Minister for Family and Community Services.
Did all that happen in a year?
Order.
It all happened in 12 months. I thank the member for Balmain for his question and his interest in outcomes for social housing tenants. And in providing an answer to your question, I remind members that housing maintenance is the responsibility of the Minister for Finance and Services. When we came to office, we transferred Housing New South Wales asset management functions to the Department of Finance and Services under Minister Pearce, and we have certainly done a lot better. And we've certainly gone much further and much faster than the previous government. Madam Speaker, because as the member's question clearly states, since coming to office there can be nobody on our side of Parliament who has not been shocked by the number of complaints we've received from tenants living in social housing about maintenance. Madam Speaker, Labor left the social housing maintenance backlog at $300 million. And you don't, as the Premier has already said, you don't build up a backlog of $300 million in a year. Madam Speaker, you have to work very hard at it. And one of the things that Labor achieved was to work very hard over 16 long, miserable years to build up a backlog of $300 million. It took them 16 years, but they did manage it. We're getting to that.
And that's disorderly behaviour, and you're on 3-4 order. Minister has the call.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I mean, you might wonder, how does a government end up with a $300 million backlog? And maybe it's something to do with the 6 ministers that they had in 16 years. Let me remind you, our favourite, Carl Scully, another favourite, Joe Tripoli, Cherie Burton, Matt Brown, David Borgia, Frank Terenzini, each member working so hard on their own scandals they didn't have time to do the work.
Point of order. The member for Wollongong rises on a point of order. The Minister will resume her seat. Thank you. I'd like to hear the point of order. House will come to order so that I can hear the point of order. Point of order.
Madam Speaker, 129 relevance, and I would draw the Speaker's attention to the fact that not for the first time there is an attempt in a response to a question to impugn the reputations of members on this side of the House.
Point of order.
There are other means for them to do that.
I think the Minister is being relevant, but I'd ask her not to impugn improper motives against former members or current members of the House.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And of course, we now have a Department of Finance and Service providing maintenance services for over 127,000 social housing properties.
Will come to order.
It's working towards the overall maintenance liability left by our predecessors through 3 things: an annual maintenance spend that is actually spent, an asset renewal program, and we're also taking action to better understand and project the future needs of the portfolio. I can advise the member for Balmain that $398 million is planned to be spent on maintenance and upgrading in this financial year. 95 of that is for responsive maintenance, with approximately 303 for planned maintenance and upgrading. Together, they work to assist in maintaining the condition of the portfolio, and it's important that we distinguish between the 2 kinds of maintenance. This makes the budget allocation for maintenance under this government over $1 million a day. Asset renewal will also act as a lever to improve the overall reduction in maintenance spend by developing and maintaining the condition of the portfolio. Significant renewal programs are underway, which you might be aware of: Aids Bradbury, over 1,400 dwellings, and Macquarie Park almost 300 new dwellings. To better understand the future maintenance needs of the portfolio, again something that doesn't appear to have happened under the previous government, we have the New South Wales Land and Housing Corporation about to commence a comprehensive property assessment of the portfolio, and that will not be before time. Improved systems and innovative technology is being used to inform the corporation's forward maintenance program. Responsive maintenance work continues to be managed through Housing New South Wales Housing Contact Centre, and they are services provided 24/7. We need to use our finances more effectively through a combination of strategies to reduce this disgraceful backlog.
Thank you. The member for Balmain. Thank you, Will. I'll grant you an additional 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Order. Order. Minister has an additional 2 minutes.
Thank you, and I thank you for the extension of time. As I say,
House will come to order.
There are 3 strategies. One is asset renewal. One is a sensible provision for maintenance that distinguishes between responsive maintenance, which is actually very expensive per dollar spend, and ongoing planned maintenance, which of course is the more effective way of maintaining the value of the portfolio. And as I say, planned maintenance also through an inspection and a projection of the future needs of the housing portfolio. The majority of our maintenance, you will notice, is planned and scheduled. The important thing is to stick to that plan because, as I say, responsive maintenance is much more expensive, and planned maintenance is a more cost-effective way of doing it. So I'm pleased to advise the House, and this is a great opportunity to advise the member for Balmain, that the split of responsibilities has certainly provided for improved management of the government's existing asset base because we are able to distinguish between the importance of maintaining the asset and the needs to service our clients in public housing.
Thank you.